Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. As you know, the channel's been redundant for the past 6 or 7 years. We've been wanting to get it back up and running for a while now, and we've just been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. So we've took the plunge and we have bought a car to try and kickstart the channel. We have bought possibly the cheapest C63 in the country, and no, it's not salvage. It has had a new engine and apparently it's not running too well, so we have bought that car for the channel to try and get things going. The reason the channel's been offline for so long is we just don't have the time, so we are going to try and make time. One of the lads that works for me, the trainee Nathan, he said he will also give us a lift with it and do a bit of filming for me when I can't, to try and get a bit of traction with it. So yeah, welcome back. Also, it's probably worth adding that although we have done a bit of YouTube before, we had a guy come in and do it for us. We're actually videoing this ourselves. We have no experience at all. We've got hardly any equipment, but you've got to start somewhere. So we're going to give it a go, and it's an interesting car. We do interesting stuff, so hopefully we can put something together that is half decent. Nathan's going to take you around the car and show you the first look, basically, because we've never seen it before. Just pulled up at work and realised that there was one other check that I did before I pulled the trigger on the car. I did a car vertical check to make sure there was nothing untoward with the car, written off, salvage, finance, anything like that. So I did a car vertical check, and I actually used High Peak Auto's discount code. So thanks, Matt, you've saved me some money there. I'll leave a link to his channel below so you can watch one of his videos and use his discount code. So all comes in handy, so cheers. First look of the car. Doesn't look too bad, but typical English weather. It looks alright. I think we're going to wait for the weather to get a bit better, and Nathan will take you around the car, I think, get the keys, wait for the weather to pick up a bit, and have a proper look around it.
So here's the C63 in silver. It's in quite good condition. As you can see, it's got no number plate plinth, which is quite annoying. It's got black rims, it's got a painted black roof, it's got a painted black spoiler and an aftermarket carbon diffuser, which we're going to want to replace. And we've been left some parts from the previous owner from the engine swap that's been done on it. You see, it looks quite good. So we'll jump inside now, see what it's like inside. As you can see, it's got the full leather seats with the AMG logo in the headrest. It's got fully electric seats with memory seats as well. As you can see, it's done 88,000 miles. Turn on the ignition. The car has got no fuel in it, and it doesn't start due to the battery being flat. The car also doesn't drive since it has no gearbox fluid in the gearbox. The only annoying thing about the interior of this car is it has the smaller screen inside it. The bigger screen was an option, which does look a lot better, really. shut that back up. But yeah, no, it does look quite nice. Just needs a bit of a clean inside, and yeah, it looks spot on. So we've got the bonnet open. Just going to take a quick look around the engine bay, have a look. First thing we can notice is that this isn't plugged in. Got all the clips missing off the engine cover. Just going to take a quick look around, plugging things back on, making sure everything's right before we start it up.
Pipe's not in.
As you can see, pipe's not clipped in there.
There. That. Rubbing on that. That should be up here.
Yeah.
So this main cooling pipe's not right. Bonnet release cable's not right. That is upside down. That should be in there, but not twisted.
As we can see, this plug here isn't routed correctly. It's actually trapped underneath the airbox.
I'm going to have to just zip tie that to there, just so it's safe to start.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have caused trouble otherwise. So straight away, we can see that someone's not done a very thorough job of fitting this engine. We've not even started. Don't know if you can see, but that bolt there is either the wrong one or not fitted right or something, because it's stuck out. So we've got to keep an eye on that when we start it up, but too keen to see if it starts to not try it. This is obviously temporary, but I'm just going to tie it out of the way so it doesn't rub on any of the pulleys when we start it up. I'll leave that up to remind me.
Yep.
There should be a clip there as well to hold that pipe out of the way there. Let's check it out. It's been sat for nearly 4 weeks this, so it's a little bit low. So we'll just chuck half a litre in just to be safe. And need to put fuel in it as well. Jump packs on. We've got coolant, oil, some pipes secured out of the way so they don't rub on the engine. We'll address that later. Fuel in. So she comes, eh? And we're expecting heavy smoking. Apparently. Quarter tank. Dead. So we've just remembered it's got a ghost alarm fitted. That's hopefully why it won't start. So we've put the code in now. it's been sat here for a month, so we forgot. But it runs.
Yeah. There's no smoking though, so don't know what that's about.
Definitely blowing.
Yeah, you can hear it, can't you?
Again, must be where they've mounted the exhaust up the old manifold blowing or something. But it runs.
Yeah. Definitely no smoke coming from the back, is there?
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't fill up the gearbox, finish it all off properly, drive the car to see if it's smoking or not. Because the old engine's blown up, so the exhaust will be full of fuel, water. Apparently the injector stuck open, that was the problem, so it will smoke. The caps will be full of fuel. But just sitting the car idling, it's not going to determine anything. It needs to be driven.
Yeah, it needs to run, doesn't it?
But it's definitely not. It's got no gearbox fluid in it. Everything under the bonnet's a bit of a mess, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not actually safe to drive. You just
yeah.
They had to run straight through the pipes and just had a massive coolant leak.
Yeah. Stick it in drive, see if it goes anywhere. Bit of a knocking noise then. Very bad knock. No. V8. Spitting out a load of water.
Before anyone starts saying you should have a cold engine, it was only 2,000. Water coming out.
Yeah, every time you rev it spurts out.
I think it's a combination of the engine blowing up. It's been sat for a long time. I mean, I've seen a lot worse.
Yeah, we definitely have. It's smoking a lot though.
I'm saying that. I've seen worse, but we've not a bit of a ramp yet.
No. Then we should get it on the ramp then and get it up, shouldn't we?
Yeah. We'll just drop the fan off the gearbox and see if anything comes out.
Yeah.
For all we know, it could be full of fluid and it does the gearbox.
Yeah.
30-second look, what have we found so far, Nath?
Well, if we start actually at the front end of the car, first thing we've found is...
Not good.
Well, the cat's separated from the
Cat's
exhaust.
split. That's not uncommon actually. I've had to have a couple of them re-TIG welded, so that's our exhaust blow.
Yeah,
we have actually been looking at this for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry, not even that.
There is a bit of a oil leak going on here. What looks like oil feed pipes,
not secure.
Yeah, just hanging around. This coolant pipe's actually taped up.
I think that might be where the original sticker was actually.
Just taped up.
It's had new chatwood ends and tie rods.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing. It's had new anti-roll bar links, but they're not genuine. Not that it matters, but good job that we're taking this sump pan off, because
Actually corroded, isn't it?
it's really badly corroded. That's just got to start leaking at any time. So we definitely need a sump pan.
So the new gearbox,
man. What is actually really scary is, I don't know if you can see in there, but the bolts for the engine mounts that hold the mount to the subframe are missing. So this engine is just sat on the subframe. Both sides, the bolts are missing. See that? No bolt. No bolt. So this is why we're giving it an inspection first, because this car is definitely not safe to drive. Look at that. That's rubbing on the aircon pump. That's not good, is it? That should be, they were nearly there. That just needed to go in there. So that's rubbing on the aircon pump. We've got no engine mount bolts holding the engine in. That's not right. There's a bracket missing. That should be in there. The bracket, I presume the pipes are bent. Something not right there.
That's actually rubbing up against the sump there.
Oh yeah. It's rubbing. So far not so good. P0s all round. So the car has had money spent on it. But this engine tyres are actually pretty good. Engine fitment's not good at all. It's had new brake pipes, you can't really see. Oh, look at that. Nice. Rear prop coupling split, that's not uncommon. I mean, we've not even got a health sheet yet to do a proper inspection, and the list is getting bigger. Oh, that's hanging out of there. Both sides. Just put screws in it, guys. For the time being, we're just gonna pump some oil in it to save us pushing it around, because that's not fun, and it'll give the gearbox a bit of a flush when we do service it properly. But for now, we're just gonna pump 4 litres in it, just to save us pushing. See, it'd be interesting to see if anything comes out.
Don't think it will. Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
That's what we expected, to be honest. Three, two, one.
State of that sump.
Awful, isn't it? Set it off here.
That'll do, that should get us, I won't say running and driving, but driving.
Yeah.
In and out. So we filled up the gearbox fluid, and the car now drives. Well, I wouldn't like to drive it down the road, but I'll say it moves. That horrible knocking noise we had when we were manoeuvring the car, we found all the steering rack bolts were loose. So that is pretty dangerous. So we're going to chuck it back on the ramp now. We've sussed out that's what the noise is, show you what bolts were loose, but we're going to have to check every single nut and bolt on this car, because it's whoever's fitted the engine, it's like half finished. There's so much stuff that's not right, and work our way through it. But positive point, the car now moves. so we don't have to push it in and out anymore. Right, I think that is the end of part one, so we're going to go through what we've found so far. It's not the end. As we've shown in the video, we need a new gearbox sump as well as a gearbox service. We're going to service the full car anyway, so I won't go through individual service items. We found engine mount bolts missing. There's some clips missing that hold the gearbox pipes together, so they're just ready to blow off. There's a gearbox mounting bracket missing. We need to take the exhaust off and re-weld it. The rear prop coupling is split. That's just normal wear and tear stuff. It's nothing to do with the engine fitment. Oil filter wipers, like I say, we're going to service the full car anyway. Number plate plinth is missing off the front. A lot of guys prefer the cars without that on it. I don't know why, but I just think it looks unfinished. We've got a coolant leak that we need to look at. We're going to have to check every single nut and bolt on this car because we've just keep finding stuff loose. The noise when we first drove the car on the ramp, we've actually discovered the steering rack mounting bolts were loose. So we have actually fixed that already, but we will show you what was loose on the next video because we didn't record it. And that's so far. I'm pretty sure once we get the car safe to drive down the road, we are going to discover more things. Obviously there's multiple diagnostics we need to do. The engine management light's on. But it's a pretty big list so far. The car's only got one key as well, so we're going to have to get a spare key for that. Also, I forgot to add that pretty much all the plumbing for the car, cooling pipes, gearbox pipes, power steering pipes, are all routed wrong or plumbed in wrong. There's pipes rubbing on, there's an oil cooler pipe that's rubbing on the aircon pump. We've got coolant pipes rubbing on the engine pulleys, crank. Everything's just routed wrong, so that's another job that we're going to have to do, is pretty much take all that out and route it all properly. So that's a bit of a job in itself. Whether we need more parts for that or not, I don't know. So we need to do that as well. Parts have started coming in, so that'll be the next video. Next video we will fix all the things we've found wrong so it's safe to drive. We're not going to service it yet because there's no point if we're going to find more things wrong with the car. So now I'm guessing everybody wants to know what we paid for the car. We paid £8,250 for the car. There was £300 in recovery fees. So as it stands at the moment, we are just over 8.5 grand. That is not including any parts that we've bought. I will go through the costs again at the end of the next video, where we're up to with parts, and we'll keep a tally of it and see how we go. But this doesn't include our labour, obviously. But is it the cheapest C63 in the country? Maybe. I think it's a good price. I'd like to say so far so good, but we keep finding things, more and more things as we go along, so we'll see. Hope you enjoyed the video so far. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. Hopefully the videos will get better as we keep going and we get a bit better at filming and editing and whatever. So keep an eye out for the next one. Cheers.